The man only went to his father-in-law's house for a cup of tea. Seeing him as a beggar, the father-in-law secretly tried to harm him with inner force, but the man wasn't so easily bullied. Not only did he easily counter the father-in-law's move, but to prove his strength, he even used his inner force to instantly boil the tea. This shocked his girlfriend beside him. She never expected the beggar she picked up to be so powerful. Little did she know, the man's true identity was that of a cultivator. That day, he took his daughter down the mountain to explore, and they happened upon a female CEO's husband selection contest. To win her hand, one only had to defeat the CEO in combat. In 3 years, no one had succeeded. The CEO believed no one could match her strength. Suddenly, the man's daughter dragged him on stage to sign up. Initially, everyone looked down on the man, assuming he was just a beggar. The CEO was even more disdainful and refused to duel him, declaring that he had to defeat the martial artists in the crowd first. As soon as she sat down, the man's daughter joined her side to cheer for her father, urging him to win the CEO's hand. In front of everyone, the man challenged, saying anyone who disagreed could come up and fight him. Seeing that he was just a beggar, they thought he was unworthy of the CEO's hand. A martial artist stepped up to challenge him first, but even a punch couldn't hurt the man at all. With just a single finger, the man pushed him back. Unconvinced, 2 more fighters charged the stage, only to be quickly defeated by the man. While the man's strength surprised the CEO, she still looked down on him, but since he was the strongest in 3 months, she reluctantly chose him as her husband. Just like that, the man had barely left the mountain and gained a beautiful wife. The CEO told him not to celebrate too soon, as the toughest challenge awaited him at her home. Their family had been martial artists for generations. As soon as the man stepped through the door, the CEO's parents' expressions changed, seeing that their daughter had brought home a beggar and even registered a marriage certificate. This angered her parents greatly. They planned to make him give up. Her father handed him a cup of tea, secretly using his inner force to give him a warning. To his surprise, the man neutralized his inner force entirely, even saying the tea was too cold. He then used his own force to reheat it. The CEO saw her father startled and quickly withdrew his hand, yet the man didn't even feel the cup's heat, even complimenting the tea. At the dinner table, the CEO's mother criticized her husband, saying he shouldn't have spared the man, and that serving him tea was too polite. Hearing that the man could heat tea with inner force, she scoffed, mocking her husband's weakness. She then decided to personally teach the man a lesson. As he reached for food, she knocked his chopsticks away. The CEO warned the man to stay calm, as her mother's petal and leaf technique was very powerful, but the little girl told her that petal and leaf was just a trick her dad had outgrown. The man then tapped the table, borrowing the CEO's chopsticks to start an inner force battle with his mother-in-law, both refusing to back down over a single meatball. But in the end, the man's inner force prevailed, placing the meatball into his own bowl, and he even thanked his mother-in-law for serving him food. The mother-in-law was furious, again using inner force to make the chopsticks float and aim them at him. The CEO worried he wouldn't withstand it and might get hurt, so she stepped on her mother's foot to stop her. Her husband then mocked her skills as mediocre. She explained that her daughter intervened, or else he'd be in the hospital by now. After testing his strength, the CEO's parents reluctantly accepted him as their daughter's husband. But the next moment, the CEO's suitor barged in, intent on taking her